Do you believe you can be your own therapist? Good evening, contest chair, fellow judges, fellow Toastmasters, and friends. Believe me, yes, you can be your own therapist. Today, and only today, I'm going to introduce you a technique called Mind Technique. Mind as in M-I-N-D. In the next couple of minutes, I'm going to share with you how these Mind techniques work for me. And I believe it can work for you. Today, I'm going to focus on one issue called stress. There are good stress and bad stress. What do you mean by good stress? Stress, S-T-R-E-S-S-E-D. If you spell backward, it becomes dessert. So a good stress, I would say, is a dessert. An example of good stress. When the boss gives you a challenging task, you might think that you're not able to complete it because it's very challenging. But the more stress you face it, it will motivate you to move on further. So I call a good stress a dessert. So enjoy your dessert if you can. So what do you mean by bad stress? Well, what kind of stress we face in Singapore? There are so many stresses we face every day. Relationship stress, work stress. Even come for Toastmasters to give a speech today like me, I'm facing stress. But I call it a dessert because it is a good stress. Well, now I'm going to share with you how this Mind technique helps me through last year. I guess some might remember, back last year, I have a lump in my right face. And well, it took me a while to go and consult a doctor because I don't have the courage. Because I don't know really what will happen to me. Then come one day, I asked myself, do I want this to affect my life? Like what Wei Jen has said, it's my choice. Do I want to live with it or just full of stress and affect my daily life? Then one day, I start to talk to myself. I analyze it using Mind technique. By the way, this Mind technique is created by me. So because it's so helpful to me, that's why I will share with all of you. So how does this Mind techniques work? I sit down and I begin to talk to myself. Yes, I have a lump here. So what will happen to me? So I analyze. Picture this. If this lump is cancerous or non-cancerous, so I break down into two segments. If it's a non-cancerous, well, get it done, life goes on. But if it's cancerous, what should I do? I begin to analyze. If it is cancerous, I ask myself, well, what is the worst thing that happened to me? Well, what do you guess? What's the worst thing that happened to me? Okay. The most is I say bye-bye to everybody. So what's the big deal? So after analyzing all those facts, I got no stress. And I face it with very positive mind. Because it really affects me. Although the outfit, I look very confident, but during that time, I'm just like a ship sailing in the ocean without any directions. So once I identify the worst thing that's going to happen to me is I'm going to die if I have cancer, I got nothing to afraid of. Luckily, the thing came out to be just a normal tumor and I live on with my life. I can also quote you with a very recent example. One of my colleagues came to me and asked me, hey Mr. T, I feel like quitting. So I decided to use this Mind technique to help her along. So I asked her, resign. Can you change your current situation? She said no. If no, what has you been done to yourself? Do you talk to your boss? She said no. So I asked her, why don't you try and talk to your boss? Another segment, talk to your boss. Does it helpful? Does it not helpful? If it's helpful, continue your position. If it's not helpful, you decide yourself whether it's still worth staying in the position. This is how I use this technique to help her. And she went back and she do some analyzation and decision was made. She decided to talk to her boss. But the consequences is she never come back to me. So I presume she want to continue a job. So in conclusion, every day we are facing stress. So remember, don't let your stress defeat you. And I'm very, very sure, if we can think negatively, I am very sure we can think positively. Agree? Remember, negative thought is a toxic to us. It's very harmful to us. So next time, if you're facing certain stress, treat it as a dessert. And I'm going to leave a quote to all of you. Just remember, if next time stress hit on you, don't say, why me? Say, try me. Back to you.